Alright, so I'm going to be going over NQ's price action for the day. I mean, you could pretty much apply... Oh, hold on. Can y'all hear me? Alright. Yeah, I'm going to be going over NQ's price action for the day and pretty much explaining why I was bearish for the day and why price played out the way it did. Of course, if you don't know, we had this high time frame range low along with this high time frame range low. This was also a lot of equal lows. We had a lot data lows, just a whole lot of bunch of resting liquidity, right? So before price even got to this point, right? Let me go on the 15-minute. I looked this morning and I saw probably the cleanest edges I've seen ever in the in a while, right? I'm gonna have to shameless plug for a second. If you guys are having trouble finding daily bias, I go over basically most of it in this video. But without that, let's go over this. We had a bunch of low resistance liquidity actually, so it's not looking like hindsight. I'm mostly active in this. This was 8:29 a.m. right? I was like, this is exactly what I'm looking for here. As y'all can see, before it got swept 8:29, I said thoughts, range high, we're above weekly open, above daily open, above what would be the 6 o'clock open, so the new candle open for the daily. We had range low, smooth edges, literally just as I marked out. We get an SMT with this. We were also in premium. I'm gonna short. All right. I think that's all I sent for here. Let me go and check what I sent earlier here, right? Because some people were confused on the, actually it was in here. Some people were confused on the quarter 3 stuff that I marked out. The quarter 3 of the range, it's not, I'll send Aiden's video, but most of it was right here, right? So I was on my computer and I was like, quarter 3 of the fractal range, this is the high time frame range, marking out the range low. We'd be buying in a premium, time-based premium, price-based premium, range high, low resistance liquidity. That's really like all you need. Shorts, I knew we were gonna go short just off of this, all the equal lows. There's so much liquidity just resting, and then time-based premium, there was no way we weren't. I saw news didn't really do much, right? I'm pretty sure this is like at news release, and we had data lows also that we could target. Now, here I said, here's why I had confluence in the trade. Oh, this is me explaining it. I think I put in here, but I was on the charts during this time, and then I got off. I was on the charts during the time that it swept this. Now, let me tell you why this wasn't the true sweep, right? I think we had an SMT during this time, but this wasn't the true sweep. Why? Look at this candle closure. You see how it doesn't close above? There's no liquidating of orders here. This could leave an imbalance. This leaves a rejection block. I wouldn't trust this. You could go on the 30-second and sure you would get a true sweep. You can go on the 15-second and sure you would get a true sweep. But I mean, even if you play it out, let's say you get a true sweep, right? You get a true sweep. Your CISD is right here. It's still a profitable trade. Don't get me wrong. On the 15-second, you enter here, right? And then you could just go to the low that broke it here, the low that broke the high, or oh shit, or to equilibrium right here, and that's way more than you can ever need. Or you could target a strict RR, and I mean, I think for the most part it played out. Either that, you have to watch for SMT between these pairs as well, but we didn't get the true sweep until later. And I was looking at the 1 minute specifically, because if you look at it right here, this being the true sweep, we're near the close of the hourly. So if you think that the hourly, it opens, right? Fixed open right about here. The hourly already made its low. Open, low, high. It's not going to go open, high. I mean, open, low, high, low, close. It doesn't make sense. It's not going to flip like that. We're not going to get that much distribution like we're looking for on the downside as much as we want to. So though you could have had a 15, you could have targeted what? 2R and had that 15-second. That's not the true sweep, and I would wait for the 9 o'clock candle. Now, we know 9 o'clock candle is also prime for suits, which is why I wasn't really confident in this one, right? Leaving these data lows as well. We go. This wasn't a true sweep either. This becomes our new range high. This becomes our new range high. We're continuing. And as you can see here, 9:15, we get an up close candle above. Now, if you weren't really confident in this, what you can also do, take a look at the 15 minute. Let me see right here. Because I'm pretty sure the 15 minute had a close above and then a close below, which is also what you want. So if you look at the 15 minute, from here to here, we got a 1 minute close above here. We liquidated this order right here. Going on to the 1 minute, you go down, your entry would have been right here. Why? That's where the true sweep was. You swept this, let me just make a new one. You swept this one right here, and then you could have had your stuff at the Model 1 order block, right? That Romeo teaches. And I mean, I'm not even gonna do the RR tool because it just dumped for the whole rest of the day. Crazy dump. But you could do that, and you could target equilibrium. You could target data lows. That's more than you could ever need. And then prices continue to dump. Now we had a lot of low resistance liquidity, like I said. I expected it to take out all these smooth edges, but I didn't expect it to just continue lower, right? I expected to go, okay, take a liquidity, but beyond this point, I didn't expect that much. But price continued to dump. And I mean, it's really, look at this range, right? We're ranging in. I didn't expect this to get on all-time highs on a Monday. I didn't expect us to sweep the range low on a Monday. Did I expect us to take some of this liquidity? Yes. So the reason why people were asking me about my Q3, not about mine, but the Q3 fractal range, right here, I take this, right? And then I have this range high and this range low, and price ranges in it. And we sweep this range high within a range in the quarter 3, so now we're at a premium of the range. I could take it to here. You start seeing all these price levels. I see price levels aligned with this quarter 2 of the range. So I'm just seeing all this and I'm like, oh, okay, we're definitely going to go short. If price continued higher, then it would have been validated at this point. But now, this is where also it gets validated. You have key levels right here. We have a clear fair value gap, right? We go on the 30 minute. Another clear fair value gap. We go on the 2 hour. Fair value gap. We go on the 90 minute. Fair value gap. We go on the 4 hour. Fair value gap. So it was just so many PD arrays for me not to go short, if that makes sense. Now, if you were still iffy about that trade for the most part, I believe price had an SMT. If it didn't have SMT, I probably wouldn't have traded it. I won't lie to you guys. But what would have confirmed that my bias was correct is if we had an SMT. And if I look here at 9:15, go on the 15 minute, right? If I were to look here at 9:15, we took this range high, and what did we do on YM? If we were to have a 1 minute SMT, I would have taken it. And I'm sorry if this video is a little bit long, but let me see here. And you see, here's another thing. YM is extremely uncorrelated, so I would have even looked for the range here. But going on to the 1 minute on here, around 9:15, I see SMT with YM. This high gets taken here, this high gets taken here, but YM doesn't take that high on the 1 minute. YM is failing to take these highs at the time where I sweeped it. YM failed to take that high at the time where I sweeped it. I would have taken that short. Now, this one I would say, today was like, I wouldn't say an A plus day, I would say an A day, because you don't need a SMT, but an SMT would have definitely confirmed it. But if you just look here, 1 minute, and you have a strong bias, you look on the 30-second, and it makes a whole lot more sense. 30-second gave you a clear one, thick, another thick one, and then you could just, you could have gone off the close right here and then entered off of the OB. But yeah, that's basically it. You also mark this right here, like Romeo said, OTE, and then you will see that OTE got hit. So OTE plus OB entry, OTE hit. After that, stops trailed right here. Stops trailed right here, and then that's basically your setup of the day. Everything else, I know there was ranges towards PM, range, and then down, range, and then down, expansion, consolidate. So it would do either range, expansion, or range trend, range trend. That's basically what today was. A pretty clean day in my opinion. I didn't execute on it because I wasn't at the charts on the time. I had PE. But yeah, if this is unclear, if you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. Or not in the comments below, but just DM me. One thing I forgot to add that had added extra confluence to it is because we didn't even need that, but if you were uncomfortable taking that trade, which I don't think there's any reason to, right? Because look at the close of the candles. You get a true close instead of just this weak close. But we sweep 8 o'clock high, right? Where's 8 o'clock? We sweep the 8 o'clock high. Don't know why it's doing all this nonsense. But we sweep 8 o'clock high, right? And then after we sweep 8 o'clock high, we continue lower. This was our data low. This was our data high. We sweep 8 o'clock high. True close above. We also have our time. I could understand if it was like first 5-6 minutes, but it was 5 minutes after the macro. 9:15. Open, high, low, close. Price trended that way up first. Power 3. You can even say AMD right here, but it was just basic power 3. Open, high, low, close. Time candles, and when you position yourself in the time-based premium of that open, and you position yourself in the price-based premium, and you're just above so many premiums, midnight open, you're above week open, you're just above all the time-based premiums. This was the highest you could get. You were even above yesterday's time-based premium. Swept the range, Q3. It was just so high probability that I would have had no problem placing a short. If I wasn't comfortable placing shorts, but I knew this was a good move, what could we have done? If we were to look here, oh shit, my bad. If we were to look here and go on replay, realistically, I could place shorts. Let's say I place shorts here, right? Because they don't allow you to put limits in replay. Stop loss. If you can't risk $240 on a minimum 50K account, so half risk on this play, then I don't think you should be trading. If we're wrong, we take a $240 loss, right? Now, price gets damn close to it, don't get me wrong. We're wrong, we take a $240 loss. Look at all we have to gain. And price doesn't even just stop there, right? You leave a runner, which I doubt any of you do. That's 12K from 240. So you don't have to risk much. You can risk 2 cons on that because it's such low risk, and then see why it just works. And then once you start gaining the confidence, you'll start to learn that you could just put a whole bunch of size in these type of positions, right? But for me, that definitely would have been, if I saw the risk and I saw it's under 200, it definitely would have been a 2 con play for me. But yeah, other than that, that's pretty much it.